good to see you here. Thank you everyone for joining. England, perfect. UK, it's good to have you all here. Okay, welcome again. Welcome to our today's webinar, when we will introduce you to our new AG5 Skills App. My name is Martina. I am a product owner here at AG5. And I am working with business team and development team to bring AG5 vision into life. And today I will tell you a bit more about why we created this app, what's its vision, and I will give you a bit of insights into what features you can expect to see in the app in the future. So to get us started, let's do a quick opening poll. You should be able to see it on your screens. The question is, what is your top challenge in skill management? You can select multiple choices. Let's wait just a few seconds to see what is the most pressing issue these days. Let's see, let's wait a few seconds for the answers. And we'll know what it is. It can be tracking and updating skills records. Oh, we already have the answers. That's good. Okay, so we have two main reasons, main challenges. The first one is tracking and updating employee skills and training records. And the other one is employee engagement. So let's keep that in mind and let's see how our app can actually help you solve those issues. So before we start, a bit of housekeeping. The session will last around 30 minutes and it will be followed by a 15 minutes Q&A session. You can ask your questions at any time using the Q&A feature. Just write your questions there and we'll answer all of them during the Q&A session. The slides will be shared with you after the webinar. You will receive an email. So if you miss something, don't worry, you'll be able to read it all after the webinar. So let's now take a look into what you will learn by the end of this webinar. So this webinar is all about our AG5 Skills App. Our aim is to make you feel comfortable using AG5 Skills App after this webinar and use its fullest potential. And here are some key takeaways. So you will gain insights into navigating the AG5 Skills App and understanding its core features. We will discuss how the app streamlines a skill documentation process by allowing you to add results with e-signatures and attachments to maintain the compliance. You will also see how the app empowers the employees by giving them the mobile access to their skills. We'll take a look at apps, widgets, and automations that can actually save your time by giving you quick insights into what is new, what is coming in terms of trainings and your skill records. And finally, we will take a look at how our app can help you stay audit ready by maintaining secure and real-time records that meet the compliance requirements. So to guide us through this journey, this is our agenda. We'll start with telling you a bit more about why we built this app, what's its vision, what's the plan. Later on, we'll cover some key features and benefits, followed by typical use cases that you can actually apply to your organization. We'll give you a bit of information about what's there in our roadmap, so what features we can expect to see in the future, and we will wrap it up with a live Q&A. So let's start by taking a look at our main mission, AG5 Main Mission. AG5 is a skill management software that is dedicated to help organizations with frontline workers to visualize and close skill gaps. And for those of you who don't work with us yet, we are doing this by mapping the skill and trainings requirements to ensure that the right person with the right skills is assigned at the right time. And this has, maybe we can go back a bit. This has a direct impact on two goals, which is to achieve optimal efficiency and maintain 100% compliance. And there's actually one more goal here, which is to ensure that the workforce is engaged. And for industries, we work with companies from different industries like manufacturing, healthcare, food and beverages. In those industries, the skills and certificates are actually crucial. And we are not alone in recognizing this. We are proud to work with companies like Tata Steel, Canpack, or Air France-KLM, who rely on AG5 to maintain the compliance, the efficiency, and increase the workflows engagement. So now that we know the vision, let's take a look at how we brought this vision into life in our AG5 Skills App. So AG5 Skills App was launched in July this year, and this app is a combination of the features that we used to have in our old apps. So some of you may recognize them. This was Skills Portfolio app and Skills Assessment app. Both of these apps had their own functionalities, but we wanted to eliminate the hassle of juggling multiple apps by giving you a unified app, more powerful app that allow you to actually perform all the actions that you were able to perform in those old apps. So we noticed that with this new app, we actually managed to improve your experience. Now it's easier for you to be more productive and more efficient while tracking and progressing your skill records. Let's now take a look at our app vision. So our app vision, of course, refers to our main mission, which is to solve skill management issues for organizations with big frontline workflows. And we aim to make the skill compliance easier to manage, centralize skill data for instant access, bridge the skill gaps, and ensure the role readiness. And through this app, we actually also want to help you increase the adoption of this skill management thinking by giving your workers access to real-time data to give them a bit of control into their skill development and making them feel more empowered. So whether you are managing a team or working on your skill or on your own skill, personal skill development, this app is here. It was built for you to support you in this journey. So that's it for my side at this moment. I will now give the floor to Andrew, who will tell you a bit more about our key features and current capabilities.
Thank you, Martina. Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrew Soderberg, and I'm a Customer Success Manager here at AG5. You may have already met me. And just like the job title implies, my job is helping make sure you're as successful as possible with your implementation of AG5. So we'll dive into the key features and benefits of the app. What are you going to actually get out of this thing? So first off, the app, which you may be already aware of, is in both the iOS App Store and the Google Play Store. The way it appears is identical at both. So regardless of where you download it from, the slides here are going to accurately portray how it acts and what you see. And if you have a, so first off, if everyone's going to have a home page, And on this homepage, you're going to have quick access to some widgets, we call them. Now, it's important to note that if you want a skills overview, for example, you'll see it at the top here, which shows, just like an AG5, a summary of what you have achieved, what may be expiring soon, which is in yellow, and anything that is a skills gap in red. In order to display those, you'll want the user account to be linked to an employee profile. It is possible to give administrators access to the app even if they don't have a employee profile. They are two separate things. But of course, tracking personal development is only possible if you have an employee profile. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these slides. We're assuming that this user in this example has an employee profile attached to their user account. So you'll be able to see for your role how far along you are towards 100% compliance. We also have the My Results section, which is just below the skills overview, and that's going to show any results against yourself, your own employee profile, that have been added over the last 3 months. So an employee would be able to quickly see their most recent certifications. Could also be really beneficial if, a manager said, I need to see your certificates. We just uploaded those a few weeks ago. Here they are. So quick access to recent results over the last 3 months. And also below the My Results section, sorry, I'll go back one slide. Below the My Results section is also going to be results added by me. So that will display all results that you yourself have added for yourself or other employees over the last 3 months. So if you're a manager, supervisor, administrator, and you're adding results for other employees, you will also be able to access those in the app. We are going to be adding additional widgets as time goes on. Martina will delve into our roadmap a little bit later. But at this time, the homepage contains the skills overview, My Results section, results added by me section, and the ability to add results. So you can add results from the app in 2 different areas. One from the home page. So you'll see right here beneath the skills overview for Jacob Smith, he can add a result. Also below that, the navigation bar at the bottom of the app, you'll see that there's a home section and an add result section. So either one will work for initiating result submission. And we'll just quickly walk through that process. So we're Jacob, and we're going to add a result here. So once you click it, you'll pick the date. Pretty straightforward. Then you click next. And then you'll select an employee. For, in this example, Jacob is a manager or a supervisor because he's adding results for employees who are not himself. So you pick the employee and then the skill. And then we provide the score. In this example, of course, this is just an achieved failed skill, but any rating scale in AG5, if you're not familiar, is possible. They're custom per organization, per skill, what have you. So this could be a 1 to 5, a 1 to 4. For this example, though, we'll just say that Jacob achieved it. Or sorry, the employee that Jacob is applying this result achieved it. After you've provided the score, you can add any remarks if necessary. So, anything that's important to maintain. And then you can also take pictures and upload files. So a great way to capture any sort of necessary documentation. They could be paper standing operating procedure that you're trying to get digitalized. It could be an actual certificate. Really, there's no limit there, and there is no limit on the number of pictures you can upload per result. Once you've chosen those, click Next, and we come to the summary page where any changes to the result can be made. So perhaps we need to make it October 2nd instead of the 1st, or maybe we chose the wrong employee or the wrong scale or the wrong score. We can revise that here without having to go back and start the whole process over again. And which cuts into some key benefits here. you're able to provide an e-signature here as well. So once you're sure that you're ready to go, you tap on the e-signature, and we'll come to this page, which provides a watermark. So might be a bit hard to make out, but the watermark contains the issue date, the employee, the skill, who it was submitted by, and there's a funky little background there to make sure that it is, not forgeable or possible for misuse. So we make the signature, which is, of course, with the phone, done with your finger, and then you tap save. Brings us back to the summary page, where if we needed to, we could, maybe we didn't do a good job on our signature, we could remove it and redo it if we wanted to. But once we're satisfied with all of the information, we click submit. And it's really as easy as that. We can see a skill result is created. And if we were to refresh this app, which you can do just by kind of dragging down and holding and then releasing, the app would be visible under the results added by me section. And then, of course, within AG app, in the web app, within the AG5 web app, the result would, of course, immediately be available as well. So beyond the results, employees are able to view their full portfolio. So we could see in our example here, Hunter Adams, there's a lot of skills in his portfolio. He's got 420. So all of these would be available, whether they're valid, expiring soon, failed, or required and unachieved. Things like plannings are also available here. So if your training staff is planning to close these gaps, where you tell AG5, we're gonna close this gap by a certain deadline, that information is available to employees in the app, so they can see when the deadlines are scheduled for these courses. It's not visible here, but it would be a little blue dot next to any of the courses to indicate a planning. You'll also see that you can sort, filter, and search for results quite easily from here, because if you've got 420 results in the system, like Hunter here, simply scrolling might be a bit much. So it's very easy to drill down on the results that you're looking for. And yeah, as we mentioned, e-signatures and uploading documents is a big part of the app. Previously, the way to do that would be, uploading it with your phone, downloading, sending the attachment to yourself, attaching that to an email, sending that to your boss up. Like, there's a lot of steps that we're shortcutting through here. So it's saving a lot of time, and it also adds to initiatives to go paperless, to remove that paper process and digitalize everything. So typical use cases for the app as it stands right now, and by use cases, how are we using this app? What are we getting out of it? Saving time. That's what we're really going for. From at a basic level, is we're trying to save time and streamline processes. Instead of bottlenecking all result submission through a couple of admins who have access to desktop computers, it allows you to delegate that result submission to floor managers, or even down to frontline workers, employees themselves. AG5 makes it possible for you to set up an approvals process so that employees could submit results, which would then, before they're submitted to, the data pool of valid results, goes to somebody for approval, so that there is control. So it allows you to enable this submission without turning it into the Wild West, without making it chaotic, and reducing admin tasks by automating that document collection. Right? Maybe automation is the wrong word, but as we said, we're really streamlining getting in paper, real-world certificates and documents into AG5. Also, as mentioned earlier, the app is really also geared towards empowering employees, providing them access to their own skills portfolio without needing them to have a desktop access. And yeah, so it's a great way to keep folks engaged, is to give them access. And so As a recap of the key benefits, the AG5 Skills App should help you streamline and simplify your skills management, should provide enhanced accessibility for frontline workers, and will hopefully be able to drive higher engagement with your frontline workers, letting them know where they're at in their skills journey and what's expected of them going forward. So now that we've discussed the key features and benefits, we're going to hand it back to Martina, who's going to discuss the roadmap and what's in the future.
Yes, thank you very much, Andrew. So yeah, let's now take a closer look at what's on the horizon, what you can expect to see in the app in the future. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, we are always working to make the app better and to support your workflows and day-to-day operations with the features that we are adding. So you will soon be able to add the results in yet another place in the application in My Portfolio. You will also gain access to 2 extra widgets. One is about the pending approvals, and the other one is about open self-assessments. So those are very compact but informative widgets that will just not let you know that there is something that requires your action, that requires your attention. You'll be able to see that on your homepage. We'll also make it possible to submit the self-assessment via the app, and will increase the visibility of prerequisites while adding the results. Later on, we'll focus on team managers mostly. We will give you the ability to see all the team members, to search for them, and to select multiple team members and add results for them at once. So it will save your time because you don't have to do it manually one by one. You will be able to select multiple team members and add results for them. We'll also make it possible to add multiple e-signatures to every result. So as you could see, for now, employee can add his e-sign, but we know that it's not always the case. You will be able to add e-sign from an employee, a manager, or a trainer. Whoever has to give a signature will be possible to do it in the app. Later on, we'll also focus on the approval feature so that whenever there is something that requires your action, you will be able to approve it right in the app. We'll also work on the notifications so that you don't even have to open your app whenever there is something new, something that just came out, a new result, a new planning, or a new action that you have to approve. And then we will focus on some offline capabilities so that you can actually access your data or even update some results, even though the internet connection is not that great. So with all of those features, you actually want to support the workers who don't have the regular computer access and who actually want to perform some assessments and updates on the go, right on the workflow. This is what's our goal, and this is what we want to bring you here. What is also important here is that we actually really we are waiting for your feedback about those features, and we are actually listening to what you are saying to us in terms of what kind of features you would like to see. And here is a quick sneak peek of a very powerful feature that we are excited about. It will come out soon. It's the self-assessment, and the self-assessment features enables the front-end workers to perform the assessment, to give an update on their skill proficiency, and to inform the manager of the current status of their skills. So you can see here that users will be able to see all the skills, select the right score, and actually be able to see the description of this score or any other skill details that are important to select the right proficiency level. So this is coming really soon. And yeah, here we are. Now is the time to open the floor for your questions. We can start our Q&A session. So feel free to write any question in our chat, in our Q&A feature, and we'll answer your questions. Let me open this. Okay, I see one question in the chat from Jakub. The question is, will the employee have access to documents attached to the skill, like instructions? So yes, while adding a result, user can actually see the skill details, the descriptions, the level descriptions. So if there are any attachments any links to attachments, user will be able to see them.
It should be noted that that if you make sure to include those as links to attachments, as Martina said in the description. If there are attachments against a skill, so for example, certificates or standing operating procedures, those are still accessible via the web app. So if there are crucial instructions that somebody should understand, please include those as a link in the description.
Yes, thank you, Andrew. Okay, I see some other questions. Is the UI for this app same also on iPads? Yes. The app looks the same on iPhones and iPads, so you should have no trouble with using this there. Okay, let's see another questions here. A question from Martin. Will we be able to do e-signature directly to documents? For example, direct e-signature to a training plan. And yes, it's not yet possible, but this is something that you would like to add to this feature, so that you can actually add your e-sign on a document that you have with you or that you uploaded. So this is not there yet, but this is something that, even though it was not visible in the slide, in the roadmap, this is something that we would like to have in the app. Okay. Another question from Mark. Can we collect a signature from both the operative and the trainer manager? Yes, so this is also something that is coming, that will be added to the app soon. At this moment, it's only the employee who can add his or her signature, but later on we'll make it possible to add multiple signatures. Okay. Okay, a question. I can see take picture in the app, but don't see the upload file. Yes, that's true. On the pictures, we only show the take picture, but I'm very proud to say that today we released a new update of our feature, and the upload option is already there. So you can go straight to the store, download our new app new version that we just released, and the uploads will be possible.
I'm seeing a few other questions in the webinar chat. From Francois, can you add a new employee with the app? Not currently. So adding new employees will be done through the web app, and probably will, for the foreseeable future, remain that way. We envision this app very much as a companion app to help with frontline engagement and streamlining those processes out, away from a desktop computer. In terms of the more complex features and adding new staff and stuff, at least for the foreseeable future, expect that to be through the web app. And then for Jakub, will the application be available in languages other than English? Yes, it is already currently available in all languages that we offer through the web app. So there is on the bottom of the app, there is a section called settings. And from the settings, you can switch the language. You can also contact support from the settings. And if you are a customer and you have more than one repository, you can switch repositories from the settings section as well. Great questions.
Okay, let's see. Do we have any other questions? I see a question about a recording of this webinar. Yeah, just let us know, send us an email, and the recording will be shared with you. Okay, so now let's talk about how to get started. So if you are our customer already, you can just go to the store, download the app, go ahead, the app is there for you to explore. You can use your existing credentials to log in and you can start using the app. However, if you are not if you are not using AG5 yet, and you want to learn a bit more about our skill management software and our mobile app, we strongly encourage you to reach out to us. Our colleague Florian, whose photo you can see on the slides, is there for you. Is there for you to help with a demo. So you can scan these QR codes, and you will be directed to a booking page. You can select a time slot that works for you, and Florian will meet with you and give you a bit more details about how you can get started, how you can apply our software and our application to your organization's need. So yeah, feel free to reach out to us, and we are looking forward to welcome you in AG5. Okay, that's it.
We
That's
have
it from us.
sorry, Martina, there's one last question in the Q&A.
Okay. Let me take a look. Sorry, I didn't notice this. Okay, question from Martin. Can we actually somehow overcome the download part of the app? Web browser would be, at least from the point of view of cybersecurity, more suitable. Well, yeah, that's a good question. You can always open your app, our AG5 Matrix application, web application on your phone, but it will look different than the app. But that's a good thing for us to actually consider. But yeah, at this moment, you just have to download the app or use your computer. Okay. But thank you for this question. Thank you for this question. Okay, I don't see anything else. Okay, so to wrap it up, well, before we wrap it up, we would actually would like to ask you to complete a very brief survey. It should not take more than 1 or 2 minutes. The survey will open automatically in your browser after the sessions ends. We're really looking forward to hear your feedback, feedback about the app you would like to see, the features you would like to see, the features you miss in the app. And we will be very grateful for if you give us your answers. So yeah, that's it. That's it on our side. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for your attention. We are really looking forward to hearing from you, to hear your feedback, and feel free to contact us at any time if you have any other questions related to the app or to the AG5. We'll be happy to answer. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you all for joining.
Thanks, everyone.